Hi, I am Dr. Jacob Lauritzen, and this is Read, Write, and Cite, the channel where we teach you how to read, write, and cite for your college classes. If that's something that you think will be helpful to you, please consider subscribing. We have over 50 videos on this channel, and I try to post 2 a week, so hopefully there's something in there that can help you out. In this video, we're going to be talking about predicates. This is part of a series talking about grammar, other videos talking about what grammar is, nouns, verbs, and subjects, and now we're on to predicates. So let's get started. A predicate, well, let me switch over to this. Let me show you a definition that comes up when you search what is a predicate on Google. So here we go. According to Google, predicate is the part of a sentence or clause containing a verb and stating something about the subject. So let's explain what that is and why that's important for you as a student to understand. All right, so the purpose of every single sentence is to describe something about the subject. That's what sentences do. Every single sentence, no exception. You identify what you're talking about, the subject, and then you say something about it. That way we describe it, we call it predicate. Okay? The predicate is going to start with a verb. That verb could be a word like is. It could be a word like jumped or something like that. But it's going to start as description about what the subject is, has been, will be, or what the subject is doing, has done, or will do. It's the verb in the middle that makes that description possible. And it's that verb that starts that end part of the sentence that we call the predicate. So everything that basically comes after the subject is the predicate, and everything that begins with that first verb and follows it is part of the description for the subject. So why is it important for you to understand what a predicate is? Well, understanding the structure and what's necessary in a sentence can help you to recognize if there's a mistake in your own work. Okay, so let me look at a sample article. I was using the same article in the last video on subjects. Okay, so what I'm going to do, all right. So we have this sentence here. It's talking about Congress, real exciting stuff, I'm sure. All right, it says the GOP senators, who include Graham of South Carolina, Susan Collins of Maine, Tom Tillis of North Carolina, Lamar Alexander, blah, 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 and it keeps going on. Discussed. This right here is the verb we've been waiting for in this mess of words, right? The verb initiates the description. So everything that follows this is describing the subject of the sentence, which in this case is GOP senators. All this stuff in the middle that is separated with the dashes, that's extra information. That's an extra clause that's been added to the sentence to clarify which GOP senators. Now, as a student, if you understand the structure of a sentence, hopefully you can recognize what's happening here. But sometimes we get a little bit confused, and we have trouble seeing that the structure of the sentence is actually the GOP senators discuss the plan, and then it goes on. Does that make sense? All this stuff in the middle can seem like a distraction when you're trying to understand the structure. It makes sense when we hear it, it makes sense when we read it, but because there's so much there in the middle, we get a little bit confused on which part of the sentence is which. But that noun or pronoun that's being described, the GOP senators, that's the subject. The description, which begins with the verb, that's the second part that's highlighted. Discuss the plan in a hastily arranged meeting Wednesday. That's the predicate. Okay? So it's always going to go in that order. Subject followed by predicate. Understanding that structure helps you to make sure you're following it, and if there's a problem, to fix it. We'll talk about how to fix it in future videos. Now, I hope that this helped clarify things a little bit for you. Again, the predicate, it's the description part of the sentence. And as you're hearing your teacher use this term, that's what he or she is talking about. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been Dr. Jacob Lauritzen. This is Read, Write, and Cite. If this video has been helpful for you, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you can see when new videos come out, because maybe that'll be just the thing that'll help you get through your classes and be more successful. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.